Namaste, welcome. Glad that you all are here. Grab your block strap and a little pillow for a version of Danurasana bow pose later. Could be a blanket as well, but and then we're listening to A New Day, so you're welcome to turn that on. We're going to start on our back, so go ahead and lay down. We started in a constructive rest pose last week, so let's do that again and get back into that Dirgha Pranayama, that three-part breath that we worked on to expand the breath and find the fullness of the breath. Okay, so go ahead and lay down and bend your knees. Bring your feet on the ground. Okay. Good. And then take your feet so they're not too close to your hips. They're not too far away. Make sure they feel good. You can rest them on your pillow or a blanket if you prefer. Make sure your low back feels good. And then start to feel the curves of your spine here. So your hips are heavy. Just feel the natural curves of your spine. So your lower back is curving inward, finding that lumbar curve, and then the thoracic spine is curving out. Feel your cervical spine curving inward and back of your head heavy. See if you can soften all the muscles on your face, relax your eyes, cheeks, and jaw, and start to soften your nostrils and slightly tone the back of your throat and feel your breath. And for now, your muscles are soft, they're not working, relaxing, and really bring your awareness to where the breath, how the breath is moving through your body. Softening the nostrils, toning the back of your throat. You'll hear that gentle whispering sound, Ujjayi, victorious breath. And let's take that first part of that Dirgha Pranayama, the three-part breath. So breathe in, fill up your belly. You can even take your hands to your belly, feel your belly rise. Exhale the breath out. Feel your belly drop away from your hands. And then breathe in again to your belly. Let it expand like a balloon into your hands. Exhale, the belly fall. You're going to move up into that second part. So as you breathe in, draw the breath into the belly. And then rise up. You can take your hands to your ribs, expand your ribs. Nice and slowly. And then exhale. If you're going slower than me or faster than me, that's totally fine. Just again, honor the length of your breath. Breathe in as you're ready, down into your belly. Let the breath rise to fill up your rib cage as well. And it's nice to kind of take your hands to where you're breathing into as a reminder and to help you focus on that movement. And then exhale the breath out, no particular order. Let's take that third part. So you can breathe into your belly as you're ready. Let the breath rise, expand your rib cage, and then fill up your chest. Take your hand like above by your collarbones. And don't rush the breath. Wait till you're full. Exhale as you need to, all the breath out, no particular order. And we'll do that a few more times, those three parts into the belly. Expand the ribs. Fill your chest. All the way up. Front, sides, back. There's probably a little more space. And then exhale the breath out. And just about 2 or 3 more rounds, depending on the length of your breath. So do not rush. Try to feel all three parts. Try to let them blend into one another. Feel that nice expansion as you're breathing in into these spaces. And then the same thing as you exhale. Letting everything fall back and down. Belly, ribs, chest. Feel it all gather into the center. And again, no rush, but after your next exhale, you just go back to Ujjayi. You can still maybe feel the 3 parts of the breath totally fine, but not um, good. From there, take your hands. Let's rub them together. Create a little bit of heat in your hands and place your hands right over your eyes. Taking in that warmth and that prana and that energy into eyes. You can open your eyes into your hands. And then let your hands fall away. Hug your knees into your chest. Take a little rock side to side. Maybe draw some circles on the ceiling with your knees. And then from there, bring your left foot to the ground. Find your strap. We'll take Supta Padangusthasana. So recline, hand to big toe pose. So if you can grab your big toe, that's totally fine. You're gonna use the right, we're gonna do the right leg first. You'll take your arm to the inside of your leg. Take your prana mudra, your first 2 fingers, wrap around your big toe. Get up to the sky. Or use your strap. I know it's early for you guys, so the strap might be your good friend in this pose this morning, or your best friend all the time. And you're gonna take the strap on either side, both hands, and take as much of the strap as you need so that you're not lifting your head or your shoulders, right? You want to keep your head and shoulders heavy. And then I like to kind of move my foot around a little bit, feel into the back of the calf muscles and the hamstrings. If there's a generous bend in the right knee, that's totally fine. Or maybe your right leg is straight. You're just not pressing your right knee forward. You can keep your left knee bent or straighten out your left leg and flex your left foot. So if you straighten out the left leg, make sure the left leg is active as if you're pushing into a wall. And then try to draw your outer right hip forward. So you're squaring off your pelvis. You're creating space through the right side of your waist, right? And that might make you have to bend your right knee a little bit, and that's okay. Just find that balance in the pelvis. So the outer right hip comes a little more forward. Good. And breathe. Supta Padangusthasana. So Supta is reclined. Pada is foot, and Angusta is big toe. Hand to big toe pose. Let's take another breath there. We'll do all 3, 1, 2, and 3. So if you have the strap, take both sides of your strap into your right hand. You're going to take your left hand to your left hip so you can let your right leg fall to the right. Finding your edge, maybe even just pausing. So you start to feel something, you pause, reach through your heel. Maybe you go a little deeper. And so you're not just falling into it, you're exploring as you're moving into the shape. Keeping your hand on your left hip so that your pelvis, again, stays neutral and grounded. Keep the left leg active. We'll take another breath here. Fill up the belly, the ribs, the chest. And then come back up to center and we're going to take a twist. So if your left knee is still bent, let's straighten it out now. Take both sides of your strap into your left hand, and then this leg is going to go over your body. I like to take my right thumb into my right hip crease, and again, send that outer right hip forward. So there's length in the right side of your waist. There's some angusta in big toe. Take another breath. And then inhale, that right leg rise back up. You're going to release your strap. Half happy baby, Ardha Ananda Balasana. So bend your right knee. It's going to go out to the side. So you're externally rotating through your thigh. Catch to the inner edge or the inner edge of your foot, the inner arch, and then draw your right knee to the ground. You might have your left hand back on your left hip. If that's too much with the left leg straight, you can always bend the knee. So take that whole left leg out of the equation and just focus on the right leg. Take another deep breath here. Make sure you're not scrunching up in your face, especially if this area of the body feels tight or something feels a little secure. Just breathe. Good. And then you can go ahead and release And hug your knees into your chest. Take a little rock side to side and I'll roll around in the back of your pelvis, making those circles on the ceiling. And then let's do the other side. So right foot to the ground. You can grab onto your left toe, or you're going to use your strap. Supta Padangusthasana. Left leg up to the sky. Left leg parallel to the ground, or perpendicular rather to the ground. So put a bend in the knee if you need to. Maybe use your strap and rock the foot side to side so you can feel the different muscles in the back of the left leg. Take as much of the strap as you need so your head and shoulders are heavy. Do you want to get rid of that loop? Okay. Okay. And then keep your right knee bent, or you can stretch your right leg forward. Okay. But again, if your right leg is forward, then make sure it's really active, like as if you were pressing into a wall in front of you. So your foot is flexed, kneecap is lifting to the hip. Send your outer left hip forward. That might change the stretch a little bit for you. Oftentimes your left knee might bend a little more as you send your outer left hip forward because it's a little bit, almost like you're cheating if that hip is lifting up to the shoulder. So send it forward. Find a little more sensation. And then both sides of the strap into your left hand. Right hand to your right hip as you slowly send your left leg out to the left. Go slow. And when you start to feel something, maybe pause, breathe into that sensation, and maybe you go a little deeper. So you're observing as you're in this pose, right? When you're in all poses, you're observing, finding what's true for you this morning. Good. Right hip is heavy, trying to level out your pelvis. As you keep reaching through your left heel, take another breath. And we can bring that left leg back up to the sky, and then you'll take your twist. Okay, so both sides of the strap into your right hand. Maybe left thumb into your left hip crease as you take your left leg over your body. So you're sending your left sit bone forward. Both legs active. Breathe into the outer hip here, IT band. Yeah, and try to get your left shoulder heavy. Slow, smooth, even, continuous deep breath. As you're ready, come on back up. You're going to release your strap. Good. Ardha Ananda Balasana is a half happy baby. Bend your left knee, catch the inner arch of your foot and draw the knee down. So take the knee wide, externally rotate the upper thigh, hip, and then draw the knee toward the ground. Yeah. Keep your right hip heavy if you can. You don't lose out on that stretch. Good. And breathe. Release any where you're gripping or holding in your body or on your face, your jaw. Soften. If you need to bend the right knee, let it fall to the right. If that gives you a little more space in the left hip, do that. Good. You can release that and hug your knees to your chest. Little rock side to side. And then from here, bring your shins parallel to the sky. Take your hands right above your knees like this, like on the lowest part of your thighs, and press into your knees with your hands so you feel your core active. Then you're going to exhale all the breath out. Maybe like purse your lips. Keep that engagement of your core. Stretch your right leg forward and your right arm back behind you as you inhale. Keep that engagement of your core. Exhale, come back through center. Inhale, left arm reaches back, left leg reaches forward. Inhale, back through center. Sorry, exhale, back through center. Inhale, you reach long, core engaged. Exhale, you come back through center. So do that a couple of times with your breath. But anytime you need to re-engage your core, exhale, purse your lips, all the breath out and hold, squeeze the belly in and up, low back pressing down. When you take your arm over your head, feel your shoulder blade lift up towards your ear, your shoulder lift up towards your ear, widen the shoulder blades. A little more space there in your shoulder. Good. One more on each side. And then back through center. Let's take the backs of the hands to the backs of the thighs and rock and roll on your spine. So you come on up, find a seat, Sukhasana. Stretch your arms up, breathe in. Bring your hands all the way to your heart. Close your eyes. Your shoulders right over your hips. Bow your head to your heart. Make an offering of your practice. Let's share the sound of Om. Empty your breath. Inhale. Ooh. Inhale, stretch your arms up, look up. Exhale, lean over to the right. Bring your right hand down. Take your left arm up and over. And then cactus your left arm and spin the center of your chest to the sky and draw your elbow back. Shoulder blades squeeze toward each other. And then inhale, come on back up, reach up, look up, exhale over to your left hand down. Right arm goes up and over, and then cactus the right arm and draw back through your elbow and your shoulder. Spin the center of your chest up. Draw your left shoulder back away from your ear as well. One more time. Breathe in and reach up. And then breathe out, full to your right. Reach and then bend your left elbow, draw it back. Twist, center the chest up. And then back up, inhale. Reach up, look up. Exhale to your left. Bend the right elbow, draw it back. Shoulder blade on your back. And then inhale, come on up. Good. Exhale through your center and onto all fours. Set your knees under your hips, your wrists under your shoulders, cat and cow. So press into your hands. So spread your fingers. You're rooting into your knuckles and your finger pads. You're going to breathe and extend your spine. And breathe out to round. With your breath, inhale and exhale. Do that one more time. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Then as you breathe in, you're going to reach your right leg up and back, right in line with your hip. Good. Exhale, take your right knee to your right upper arm as high as it'll go. Flex your spine. And then inhale, take your right leg back. Twist over to your left. Inhale, your right leg goes back. Draw your knee to your nose. Then from here, right away, you're going to tuck your left toes and lift up and back, three-legged dog. Bend your knee and open your hip. Take a little peek under your right arm without dropping your left shoulder. Keep your shoulders square. Good. Now from there, square your hips. Look for, you're going to float into a three-legged plank. We really just jumped into it, didn't we, you guys? Now lower your right foot, left foot lifts. Good. Lower your left foot. You're going to lower your knees. Let's come on down to our belly. Stretch your legs back. Bhujangasanas. Lift your heart. You want to think about wrapping your elbows in and sliding your side ribs forward. Exhale to lower down. Take your arms back by your sides. Lift up Shalabhasana. Lift your chest, your legs, your arms. Tuck your chin slightly. And then lower your legs. Hands under your shoulders. Press up and back, child's pose. Turn your palms up. Externally rotate through the upper arms and your shoulders. And take a deep breath. Settle your hips to your heels. Belly on or between your thighs, forehead to the ground. Good. Look forward. Inhale all fours. Cat and cow. Breathe in. And breathe out. Root through your knuckles, your finger pads. Take the weight out of your wrists. Move with your breath along your spine. Next time you inhale, lift your left leg up and back, right in line with your hip. Reach all the way through your toes. Exhale, take your left knee to your left upper arm, as high as it'll go. Inhale, left leg goes back. And twist over to your right as you exhale. Inhale, your left leg goes back. Draw your knee to your nose. I was almost jumping ahead. Tuck your right toes, three-legged dog. Keep your low belly active and engaged. Bend your knee, open your hip. I'm going to try to lift your left knee as high as it'll go. Take a peek under your left arm without dropping your right shoulder. So try to lift up and hollow that right armpit. Your shoulders are more square. Work more on the hips. I'd square your hips. Now look forward, three-legged plank. Float your way forward, hovering that left foot off the ground. And then lower your right foot, lower your left foot, lift your right foot. Breathe in. Lower your right foot, your knees come down, modified chaturanga, bend your elbows back behind you. Stretch your legs back, Bhujangasana, lift your chest. Slide your side ribs forward, wrap your elbows in, broaden your collarbones. Lower down, exhale, Shalabhasana, lift your legs, lift your arms. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Palms to the sky. Lower down as you exhale, hands under your shoulders, press up and back. Balasana. Hips to heels, belly to thighs, forehead to the ground. Turn your palms up. Good. Soften through your fingers, maybe wiggle your fingers a little bit. There's no gripping, there's no grasping there in the hands. Rotate through the arms. Let the weight of the torso go and the weight of the head go. Take another breath. Inhale, lift your head. Come forward to all fours. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Pedal around through your heels a little bit. Wag your tail. Onto the backs of your legs. Now you want to be active here, pressing your mat up and away. With your hands and pressing your mat back with your feet. Let your head hang between your arm bones. And take your gaze steady at your toes or maybe your shins. Take another deep breath here. And let's look forward and walk your way to the top of the mat. Breathe in, extend your spine. Breathe out to fold Uttanasana. Inhale, extend into your feet, rise up, Urdhva Namaskar, upward prayer. And then exhale, draw your prayer to your heart. Guys, we're going to do Kapalabhati breath again with Uddiyana Bandha. So this time, instead of we did more like a chair pose, we're going to take a little wide squat. So spin to face the long edge of your mat. So Kapalabhati is that skull shining breath. We're going to pump the belly. And then the Uddiyana Bandha, so after the exhale, you're going to draw your belly in and up. So you're going to, you're going to sit here. We're going to pump. We're going to do 22 pumps of your breath. We'll do 3 rounds. And then you'll inhale, you'll exhale all the breath out. You're going to bring your hands above your knees, sit into your squat, draw your belly in and up. It's the upward flying lock of the navel. Tuck your chin, hold the breath out. And then when you need to breathe in, you're going to breathe in and reach up. And then we're going to sit back down for another round. We'll do that 3 times. Okay? So take a breath. Make sure your heels are in, your toes are out, but not so much that you fall over. Like you want to feel stable. Okay. So you're going to reach your arms up, inhale. Sit down in your squat as you exhale. Hands to your heart. You can close your eyes. We'll do 22 pumps of your breath as you're ready. Gonna breathe in as you're ready. Breathe out, hands above your knees. Draw your belly in and up. All the breath out, hold the breath out. Uddiyana Bandha. And then as you need to breathe in, you're gonna press into your feet. You're gonna rise up. And sit down for another round. Take your time and make sure you feel stable. Shoulders tall, right over your hips. Close your eyes. Take a breath in. Begin. Gonna inhale. Hands above your knees. Exhale, scoop your belly in and up. So it's a scoop of the belly, upward flying lock. No breath, just a pause. When you need to breathe in, you breathe in. And then one last time, sit down into your squat, hands to your heart, close your eyes. Inhale to prepare. So inhale, exhale. Belly flying and up, tuck your chin. Pause. When you need to inhale, you'll inhale. Stretch your arms up. As you bring your hands to your heart, let's slide the heels down. Let's go a little wider for our Padangusthasana. Slide your hands down and bring your hands all the way down to the ground. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Press into the outer edges of your feet. Lift your sit bones. Let the head drop. And then halfway lift, inhale. Take your left hand under your face to the floor to a block. And then take your right arm up to the sky. Maybe bend in your left knee and widen your left hip to the left. So you find maybe a little more rotation through the chest. Let's switch. Right hand down, left arm high. Maybe bend your right knee, widen your right hip to the right. Find a little more rotation through your thoracic spine. Hips back, heart forward. And exhale. Bring your left hand down. If your block is there, you can move it out of the way. You can take your left hand, you're going to take it all the way over to your right shin or right ankle. Take your right arm forward, right out from the shoulder, and then walk it over to the right. So you can peek under your right arm, draw your left elbow toward the ground. And then again, widen your left hip to the left. So you square your hips. If you need to put a little bend in that left knee, go ahead and do that. Yeah, good. Walking that right arm forward and then over to the left. Bend your left elbow, pull yourself up and under your right arm. Big breath into the rib cage. And then you can unwind. It's halfway lift, inhale. And then fold, exhale. Right hand over to your left ankle, shin, maybe a little higher if you need. Okay, and then from there, walk your left arm forward, right up from the shoulder, and then over to the right. Pull your right elbow toward the ground and peek up under your left arm. You can widen your right hip to the right, maybe even bend your right knee. So you're finding this twist through your torso and also lengthen your spine as well. So sit bones lifting, crown of the head reaching. Good, unwind very carefully, slowly, halfway lift. And then walk your way to the top of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. And then Uttanasana, breathe out, fold over your leg. Good, inhale, rise up, Urdhva Namaskar, upward prayer, and then draw it to your heart. Take your feet together and hug your inner ankles toward each other, hug your legs together, can come up onto your tiptoes, high as you can go. Belly draws in and up, think of that Uddiyana Bandha. Take your arms out to the sides, shoulder height. You can't really see me there, sorry. And then twist to your right. Sorry, I hit Matt. I tried to knock him over. Reach through your arms up through the crown of your head. Come back through center and then twist to your left. Stay high on the balls of your feet if you can. Keep squeezing your ankles and your legs into one another. Back through center. Drop your heels. Lift your arms. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. When come up into a high lunge, sweep your arms up. A little bend in your back knee. Shift your top of your pelvis back, your shoulders back. Lift your chest. Good. Exhale and bring your hands down. Left hand can come to the block or the floor. Wiggle your left foot back. Take a twist. Right arm up to the sky. Outer right hip draws back. Heart reaches forward. Inhale. Let's twist in the opposite direction. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right foot to a block or the floor. Pivot your back heel down and take your left arm up to the sky. And press your right knee into your right upper arm and your right upper arm into your right knee. Stack your shoulders. Good. Lower your left hand. Pick up your back heel. Let's step forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's twist again. So hug the legs together. Lift Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Come high onto the balls of your feet. Open up the arms. Good. And then you're going to twist to your left this time first. So tall up through the crown of your head. And then back through center. Breathe in. Exhale over to the right. High as you can on the balls of your feet. Squeeze your legs back through center. Engage your belly. It's drawing in and up. Lower your heels. Lift your arms. Inhale. Exhale. Fold Uttanasana. Halfway lift to breathe in. Exhale. We'll step the right foot back. Come into that high lunge. A little bend in your back knee to come up so you feel stable. Top of the pelvis back. Shoulders back over your hips. Lift your heart long through both sides of your waist. Exhale, bring your hands down. Right hand under the shoulder to a block or the floor. Wiggle your right foot back. Take your left arm up to the sky. Hug your inner thighs toward each other. Try to lift your right thigh as you drop your left. And then let's switch. Left hand comes down to the inside of your left foot. Spin your back heel down. Hand is on a block or the floor and take your right arm up to the sky. You're reaching from your left hand all the way through your right hand. Press your left knee into your upper arm and your upper arm into your left knee. Draw your right ribs back, your left ribs forward. Exhale your right hand down. Let's step forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Hold, exhale. Inhale, rise up, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale to your heart. Good. Surya Namaskar A. Breathe in, reach up, look up. Fold Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Plant your palms, step or float back. Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. That Dirgha Pranayama here. Belly, ribs, chest expand as you're inhaling. Contracting as you're exhaling. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees, step or float. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar. Look up. Exhale, Tadasana. Again, together and with our breath. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Step or float back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 2 breaths. And focus on these 2 breaths. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend your knees. Step or float. Top of the mat. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Uttanasana. Exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, Tadasana. One more time together. Breathe in, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or float, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just 1 breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend the knees, step or float. Ardha Uttanasana as you inhale. Uttanasana, exhale. Inhale, Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, Tadasana. Take a breath. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. Urdhva Namaskar. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step your left foot back, Virabhadrasana 1. Spin your back heel down. Inhale, rise up, Warrior 1. And steer your hips forward to the front of your mat. Lift your chest, lengthen the side waist. And then straighten your right leg, sweep your arms back, interlace your fingers, and lift your chest. Good. You can always have your elbows bent, thumbs on your sacrum if that's not working for your shoulders. As you exhale, bow to devotional warrior. Bend your right knee out to the inside of your right ankle. Arms up and over your head. Take another breath. Release your hands. You're going to lift up halfway, parallel to the ground with your chest. Fly Virabhadrasana 3. So lift your arms. Lift your left thigh. Lift your chest like that. Shalabhasana. Take another breath. You're going to bend your right knee and step back and twist. You can bring your hands down. Take your right arm up to the sky. Left hand to a block of the floor. Good. And then this time, you're going to spin your back heel down, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Good. Peaceful. Breathe in. Straight angle. Breathe out. Maybe you go deeper like we did in that earlier pose. You can take your hand to your block or to the floor. Forearm on the thigh feels better. Do that. Now let's take the left arm up and over the left ear. Palm facing down. Let's drop that left arm in front of your face. Straighten your right leg. Utthita Trikonasana. Extended triangle pose. Take a deep breath. Let's rebend that right knee. Skandasana. So you're going to bend your right knee. I'm going to turn my right toes in a little bit and have a seat into the right hip. You could stay high. Right hips back, heart forward. You can drop the sit bone towards your right heel. You can take your hands to your heart. Good. You can even drop your right shoulder low. Stretch your right arm out and then take your left arm up. Keep your left leg strong. Kneecap lifting to the hip. And take another breath. Let hands come down, face the top of your mat. You're going to step forward. Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Inhale again. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale. Your right foot goes back. Virabhadrasana 1. Spin your back heel down. Set yourself up, then come on up. Lift and lengthen your spine. Present to the outer edge of your right foot. Can you lift your heart a little higher? And then straighten your left leg, interlace the fingers behind the back and lift your chest. Again, press more into your right foot and lift your heart a little higher. Devotional bow inside of your left ankle. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Try to get low inside that left hip. And then release your hands. Lift your chest parallel to the ground. You're going to fly Virabhadrasana 3. Bring that right leg right in line with your right hip. Flex your foot, point your toes down. Good. Think Shalabhasana here. Kicking back through the right foot, lifting the right thigh, lift the chest. Palms lift. Another breath. Good. Step your right foot back and bring your hands down. We're going to twist. Right hand down, left arm high. Back heel spins down, Virabhadrasana 2, facing the right. Open up the arms. Open up your hips. Try to level the hips. Try to lift your left hip. Drop your right. Soft, steady gaze over your left middle finger. And then follow that hand up, peaceful warrior. Breathe in. Ardha Konasana. Breathe out. Maybe you grab that block again. Inside of the foot. Right arm starts high, in line with the right shoulder. And then sweep it up and over your right ear. Get long through both sides of your waist. You can roll your left sit bone under your body. Drop your right arm in front of your face. Utthita Trikonasana. Straighten your left leg. Feel free to come higher on that left leg so you're not rounding your spine forward. Stay long in your spine. Good. Another breath. Bring your right hand down. You're gonna turn your left toes in slightly, Skandasana, other side. Pop up onto that right heel. If you're getting low in the hip, maybe you're saying hi where your hips draw back and your heart reaches forward. Like so. If you're low, your hands are on the ground. Maybe they're at your heart. Maybe you drop your left shoulder low and then reach your left arm out, right arm up. Elbow into the arm or shoulder. Press them into one another. One more breath. Both hands can come down. And then make your way back. In that long runner's lunge, we're going to step back this time. Okay, step your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Now stay or take a vinyasa. Maybe you feel like moving that energy through chaturanga or dog or cobra. Downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Let's lift the right leg as you inhale. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Draw your knee to your nose. Step your right foot by your right thumb, Virabhadrasana 1. Rise on back up. Straighten the right leg. Interlace your fingers, lift your chest. Devotional warrior bow. Release the hands. Virabhadrasana 3, fly. Now bring your hands to your heart. You're going to bend your right knee, step your left foot back. I'm going to twist a little deeper. You're going to hook your elbow to the outside of your right knee. Good. Open up. Virabhadrasana 2. Peaceful. Breathe in. Side angle. Breathe out. Utthita Trikonasana. Straighten your right leg. Left arm goes high. Take another breath. Left hand to your hip, Ardha Chandrasana. Stretch your right arm forward, or your right hand forward to a block or the floor. Left leg lifts. Maybe left. Steady your gaze down, forward or up. Good. Lengthen through both sides of your waist. Try to send your outer right hip back. Good. One more breath. Bring your left hand down. Move into standing splits. Forehead towards your right shin. Lift your left leg a little higher. Use your hamstrings, your glutes. Take another breath. Bend your right knee. Step back into side plank. So you're going to plant your left palm under your left shoulder. Step your right foot back. Vashisthasana. Both legs together, squeezing them together, or your left knee can come down. Good. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Stay or move through vinyasa. Move that energy. Left leg lifts as you breathe in. Bend your knee, open your hip. Draw your knee to your nose. Exhale. Step your left foot by your left thumb. Virabhadrasana 1. Gonna hug in through your inner thighs. Lift your Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. And then straighten your left leg. Interlace your fingers. Lift your chest. Devotional warrior. Release the hand. Lift the chest. Fly. Virabhadrasana 3. Hands to your heart. Bend your left knee. Step back. Low in the hips so you can twist to your left. Left thigh drops, right thigh lifts. Open up Virabhadrasana 2. Good, peaceful, breathe in. Side angle, breathe out. Triangle pose. Take a breath. Right hand to your hip, Ardha Chandrasana. Reach your left fingertips to that left corner of the mat. Lift your right leg, maybe lift your right arm. Try to keep your left toes pointing forward. Try to keep that external rotation through your left thigh. Good. Both sides of your waist long. Yes, that right leg is super active. Flex the foot and kick into an imaginary wall. Let it get a little heavier, that right leg. Right hand comes down, standing splits. The right leg's going to go higher. So you reuse your hamstrings, your glutes. Reach up through the inner seam of your right leg, inner thigh. Bend your left knee, step back. Vashisthasana, right hand under the shoulder. Step your left foot back. Or your right knee is down. Good. Adho Mukha Svanasana, step your way back. Stay or take a Vinyasa. Nice breath in, full breath out. Good. You're going to walk back to the back of your mat. Walk on back into Malasana, heels in, toes out. And let's move a little bit here. And so move through the soles of your feet, through your ankles. And then settle into Malasana. Press your elbows into your knees back into your elbows, lengthen your spine. Stay or maybe play with a little Bakasana, a little crow pose. Plant your palms, lift your hips. Maybe there's that pillow there. You know, your little crash pad. Knees go as high as you can in the upper arms. Think about really flexing your spine, spreading your shoulder blades wide. Wrap your elbows in. And play with a little weight shift into the hands. Look forward, not down. Lift your pelvic floor. Lift your belly. Where's your crash pad? And then you can lower down when you're ready into Uttanasana. Everybody okay? Besides Matt? Walk your feet under your hips and fold your way. Uttanasana. Let's do Prana Mudra again. So Padangusthasana. Wrap your index fingers around your big toes. Press your thumbs into the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need. Then halfway lift. Just pull your heart forward. And then exhale, fold. Let your head be heavy. Good. Release your toes. Let's rise up. Inhale. Urdhva Namaskar. As you bring your hands to your heart, you're going to lift your left knee up. But hug it into your chest. Drop your left hip, though. Maybe thumb to that hip crease. Right arm up to the sky. So stay right here, or take your first two fingers around that left big toe. Stretch it forward. Padangusthasana. You can have your up here too. You can take your right arm out to the right. Open up that left leg to the left. And then one more time back through the center. That last variation, you're going to switch your hands. It's going to come to the outer edge of your left foot. Your right hand come to the outer edge of your left foot or your left knee. And then take your left arm behind you. Good. Beautiful. Unwind. Bring your left foot down. Inhale and rise up. Exhale. Let's fold again over the legs. Wrap your first two fingers around your big toes. Press your thumbs into the ground. Knees to your chest. Halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold. Breathe out. Root your heels. Lift your sit bones. And then release your toes. Inhale. Rise up. Urdhva Namaskar. Reach up. Look up. And as you bring your hands down, pick up your right knee for Padangusthasana. Uttita Padangusthasana, hand to big toe. Extended hand to big toe pose. Okay, so you can stay here, left arm to the sky. Now drop your right sit bone, right hip. Grab on your big toe. You can use your strap. Extend that right leg forward. Steady your eyes. Left arm out to the left, right leg out to the right. Shoulders over your hips. Good, and then through the center, switch. Your left hand comes to the outer right foot or the outer right knee, and your right arm goes back. You keep your chest lifted, your collarbones broad. stand tall. Back through the center, release your foot, reach up, inhale. Hold, exhale. Good, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. You're gonna walk back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a breath, stay or take a Vinyasa. Good, and then we'll all find plank. You're gonna lower to your belly. You can lower your knees first to come through Chaturanga. Okay, so Shalabhasana, two prone back bends here. So Shalabhasana first, take your arms back behind you. So we did palms facing the sky. You can do that again or interlace your fingers behind your back. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, lift everything away from the ground. Keep your chin slightly tucked to draw your belly in and up. Lift your legs, lift your thighs, lift your heart. And then lower down as you exhale. Sleeping crocodile. Take your elbows out wide, rest your forehead on your hands. Maybe you bend your knees, you rock your hips a little side to side. And one more. Prone back bend. So I said to maybe grab a pillow or a blanket. So you can use this for Danurasana if you want. We did this variation a couple weeks ago, where you place it under your belly. So it'll help you drop the knees and thighs down and lift your chest a little bit more. Or you can do another Shalabhasana. Okay. So this pillow is right under my belly. You can use a blanket, pillow, bolster. You're gonna bend your knees, grab your ankles one at a time. You're gonna draw your thighs down instead of lifting them up. And then open up your chest a little bit more. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Send your heart forward. And then when you're ready, you can lower down. Take your time. You can move that pillow out of the way. Maybe it comes under your head for a moment. And maybe bend your knees and rock your hip. You need that for your back. Just slow down the breath, feeling into your exhalation a little bit more. We're going to roll onto our back. Okay, so you're going to lower your legs, lift your head, slide your right arm under your body, and you can just roll over here if you can still see us, or at least hear us. Okay, and then from here, bend your knees, bring your spine into a neutral place, feel those natural curves of your spine. And then cross your right ankle over your left knee. Let's do a little figure 4 in the legs. Thread your hands behind your left thigh or the front of your left shin. Flex your right foot, press the knee forward. Maybe there's a gentle rock side to side. So you land right there in the center of your pelvis so that your left knee is in line with your left hip. Press your right knee forward. Relax your head, your neck, your shoulders. Release your hands. Bring your legs together. Actually, bring your feet down so you can lift your hips to the right and take your legs to the left. Let's find a little twist. Maybe the left hand stays on the outer right thigh. A little weight. You look to your right. Maybe your shoulders. So broaden your collarbones. Good. And then you can come back through the center. Shift your hips back under your shoulders. Good. And then cross your left ankle over your right knee. Figure 4 in the legs. Good. Thread your hands behind the thigh or the front of the shin. Head, neck, and shoulders soft, relaxed. Maybe there's a little rocking in the hips, yeah, so that you're not falling to one side, as you move side to side, find that middle ground, middle place where you feel you're getting the best stretch in the left hip, right knee in line with the right hip. And then you can release. Bring your feet back to the ground. You're going to shift your hips left so you can drop your legs to the right. Find your twist. Maybe your right hand to your outer left thigh. There's a little weight. Stretch your left arm out. Look to your left. Maybe widen your right shoulder to the right. Find a little more space in the back. And this inner heat that you created this morning's inner fire atop us. It meets kapha, so the according to Ayurveda, it's the earth and the water. So maybe like that heaviness or stagnation that's in the body helps to break it down and break down any ama, any toxins in your tissues, so that you can eliminate them. Back through center. Shift your hips back under your shoulders and take a Balasana, happy baby pose. Knees go wide, catch the inner arches of your feet. Maybe rocking here, spiraling through the upper inner thighs, drawing the knees, tailbone, the shoulders toward the ground. And then as you feel ready, let's find Shavasana. There's one last pose or any movement that you want to do before Shavasana. Feel free. Make sure you're nice and warm. There's something you want to put under your knees to support your back. Maybe it's that pillow. Or you can be in more of like a constructive rest pose with your knees bent, your feet as wide as your mat, your knees falling in. Take that for your back. And just get comfortable and let your head rock side to side. Relax through the neck and the shoulders. Spread your shoulder blades wide and down your back. Arms away from your body. Your palms are up. Your palms and your fingers are free of any gripping or grasping. Just let it all be. Your hips are heavy. Your legs are long. Bones drop heavy. Easy flow of your breath. The inhale flow into the exhale, and the exhale flow back into the inhale. We come to yoga for many reasons, but it's always a way to bring balance and harmony to the mind and the body. We ignite and we move this prana, this vitality, this subtle energy through our bodies so that we're invigorated. We have an alert mind, clear senses, fluid emotions for our day. I wanted to read you this poem by Rosemary Watola Traumer. It's called In Case You Don't Already Know. In case you don't already know. One day you will wake and discover you are a sun, radiant, fueled by your own core, capable of luminosity so great you blaze through light years of darkness. You will know your own power, and it will never occur to you not to trust it, not to share it. You will not be able to forget your own magnitude, nor will such glory be a burden. You will simply shine because that is who you are. No need to apologize, no reason to be jealous of any other sun, of any other star. On that day, you will see how it is you have always been a sun, even in the darkest days. Then you are also the clouds and the great shadow that made you stop believing in your light. You are, in fact, what makes the day itself. You are that integral, that crucial, that bright. Let your breath slowly begin to deepen and visualize a bright golden sun. It's your own center, it's your belly. As you breathe more deeply, imagine or feel that light, that warmth, that energy radiating out in all directions. All the way up to the crown of your head, all the way out through your fingertips, all the way down and through your toes. So you feel completely full of this light, this warmth, this energy. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to roll your ankles and your wrists. Reach your arms over your head as you breathe in. Let your body drop heavy as you breathe out. Take your time, lower your arms, bend your knees, roll to your right, find your fetal shape. It's a symbol of rebirth and renewal. Press yourself up, find your seat. Eventually, bring your hands to Anjali Mudra. Draw your head to your heart, come back to your intention. And let's close our practice with the sound of Om. Empty your breath. Inhale deeply. Om. Thank you all for the blessing of your company. And may others as well benefit from our practice. Namaste.